Welcome to New Boss Babe Academy, week number 6. I am very excited about tonight's topic because we're going to be covering product showcases and presenting. I'm going to go around and mute everyone. If you're not muted already, you can help yourself to the mute button. There we go. So week number 6. This is product showcases, product presentations, and objection handling and closing, because here is where the real nitty-gritty of the business comes, and this is where people either rise up and they do their job or they crumble and fade into the background. So we are all new boss babes. We are, seeking to empower people to improve their lives with a rewarding business opportunity, innovative products, and an uplifting and enriching culture. And nowhere else do you see this better than when you get a product showcase. Now, whether that's one-on-one in a group or online, when our products have the opportunity to get in people's faces, I actually get goosebumps about how good this is, because you literally have the opportunity to change someone's life for a long, long time. I think some people are still looking in the group for the link. Can you post the link to Zoom in our New Boss Babe Academy group? It's the same every week, but so yes, very excited about what this achieves, and we've got some amazing people who are going to be stepping us through each part, who have excellent expertise. Now, I'm going to share with you briefly our beautiful PowerPoint. Share screen, but it's not completely edited because I was going to put the final touches to it while I was on this business call tonight. But yes, so showcasing objections. The reason objections is so important is this is where you get to hold your personal power and to manage the interaction, because quite often people are not just asking, they're not just throwing up problems, they're actually asking for you to help them see how they can achieve things, and closing, which is them actually making a decision. So, of course, we all stand in this together to encourage each other to get those skills and attitudes right. And this is important because we want work-life balance, to have a business that really works for us. And we focus on giving back and prioritise Vitameal donations. And I'd love to highlight, Alicia, would you like to share with us just briefly the link for the Gold Coast Vitameal fundraising event?
NTC.
Yeah.
Events, S-O-N.
Yeah.
.com.
NTC.
And if you go to the shop in there, you can select the item, a ticket.
Yep.
And then how many tickets you want, and then it takes you to pay by PayPal. Blah.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. That's going to be an amazing event on the Gold Coast, and maybe one day you girls can teach us how to run those events so we can duplicate that elsewhere, which would be lovely. But regardless, all of us can be prioritising Vitameal donations on our own ADRs and encouraging our customers to give, because that's where we get to be a part of being a force for good in the world. So, Sam Harrison, are we on the call yet?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Can you see me?
Fantastic. Welcome. Welcome.
Sorry, I'm a bit late.
Thanks. Okay. So, now, as I said, I jumped in and did the business call tonight, so I didn't get a chance to do my usual editing last minute on here. So, I'm going to just let you take it away and go with it. To everyone who doesn't know, Sam is a master at hosting Bring a Model workshops, which really, they do such a fantastic job of product training, of bringing energy together and validating the products that we have. And I have to say, if I've ever questioned the point of doing these events, I just have to think back to my own first experience where I actually signed up with a business in a box. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, the business looks good, but I don't really know if the products are that great. Like, are they really that good? And it wasn't till I, as a signed up distributor, went along to a bringer model that I really got into the business. So, Sam, please share with us, what do you do? What's your magic?
Okay. So I've still got 7 minutes, Catherine?
Yes.
Right there, yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm just putting my timer on. Okay, hi everyone. I absolutely love these events, and whether it shines through in my inviting, I seem to have so much more success with getting people along to these morning teas than I do to bigger presentations like on a night, Tuesday night. I think for a couple of reasons. I think it's just I have a lot more success too, and it's just people feel really comfortable. There's a lot more mingling. It's just really laid back. But all their questions and everything, the demo, everything's answered in that time. So it's a great time now. Like when Catherine said that having a team of people, it is fantastic. But everyone that's on the call, that's not going to be possible for a lot of people. And even some others just branching out and doing like a Saturday or, a Thursday night or something like that. It makes you step up in the business and take ownership of your own business. And it's really, really exciting, when you do.
That takes the pressure off them, I think, just come along, have a great morning, and it's a couple of hours. So once you get them saying a bit of curiosity, like not telling them too much about what's going on. So it's 10 till 12. But I always tell them to get there at 9:50 to get a drink, get to meet a couple of people, and get yourself a seat. So we want to start at 10 o'clock, and we do start at 10 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, like you've got it all set up, like you've got your age lock. I do see some people having a lot of little things out, and I just think that's cool, but that's not me. Unless it's a makeup party or unless it's a facial favourites pack party or mud mask party, I don't have all that out. I have all the age lock out because I feel that's what makes us a point of difference, and that's what's driving our business, and that's the people that I want. So it's pretty much an age lock morning. And then whoever's hosting, tell the story. And a little bit about your why as well. So I just say to people, 7 years ago I wouldn't have been doing this, but and show your photo, have your photo there. And then the best product, like the products, I love it. I'm an age lock addict. I take it on the inside, I take it on the outside. We're going to do some demos today. We're going to do little difference to demonstrate. So tell them a little bit about the format of the morning. But the best product that we have, I think I would be foolish for not telling you, is the freedom and the choices that it's given me. So, and then just telling them that I choose to work 2 to 3 days a week now. So not only have I had these results, but it's given me freedom. So I say that right in the beginning. Then I get someone up, I'm going to talk really fast, get someone up, and it's usually beautiful Elisa or Ali or someone, just a fresh thing, that if they're not there, I would do it myself and start with the difference demonstrated. So everyone's going to want to try to sell you their product and tell you that it's best, but we can actually prove that ours is the best. And a little bit about that. So, and depending if how your time's going, or depending on just the feel of the energy in the room, like if you feel that person's just like, then maybe just do 2. Like we always do start with the moisture mist, the apricots, the pH pencil, and the makeup. So if it's feeling like it's just too long, because sometimes you'll just feel like maybe your energy is not there, then just cut it and tell them that there is a vitamin C test that you can do later if they're interested. So we really cut that. We found that was getting into too much time. And then after that, 10 to 15 minutes max, usually 10 minutes about age lock. And get the little flip charts. It's just in my bag. I won't go because I'm running out of time. But the picture of the young girl and her mum with the green, the gene chip, and there we go. Here's that Susanna, telling them a little bit about how changing the way your genes express, or work out how you're going to say it. If it's the first time you're doing it, then don't say too much. They'll ask later if they want to say more. Just really, really, really try to say as little as possible, because I think the biggest thing that, especially when we're starting off, we get a bit nervous and it might not come out right, or just that it's not working as well. Then you're better off going not into it as depth. And then we just say, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to have a little break and we're going to have some fun. We're going to put some age lock on. I'd love to do arms, bodies, but there's no boys here, so we can do whatever. If you want to get your gear off, I have a bit of a giggle. And then just to loosen up, that's my 7 minutes, to loosen up the conversation. And then that till 11 o'clock, you do demos, put a bit of music on and have some fun. And then we have a hot seat at 11 o'clock. And just if you've just got one or two guests, just ask them who's, if they can see any difference, ask the guests, get them involved. And then after that, we just say, how does your skin feel? How does your arm feel? How do you feel? How's your skin? Like, ask them questions and get them to talk. And then we do how we can buy it and we show the money. I won't go through that now because I've run out of time. But it's really simple as well. It's a really fun morning. It's great. And then usually by 11:30, quarter to 12, everyone's either placing an order or, just finishing up the day. And we always invite them back again because, there might be something else that they want to try. So I hope that's helped.
Thank you, Sam. That's amazingly quick overview. We're actually going to have a running sheet that we recommend you follow with Sam's beautiful directions on there. So I spent last night taking notes because she just says it so naturally. And it's all about the transitions, how you move from one activity to the next.
The biggest thing I probably didn't say is the reason I have people that join me, especially in the business, is because they think I could probably do that. And we also say that it is a distributor and training morning, and we have people that are, when it comes into the spare time, part-time, that they come back here and bring their guests.
Yeah, that's very much. And just a side note, I don't know if any of you have naked little children that are running around spilling food on lounges or things like that. But one thing that I've found really helpful is actually having video presentations that I've selected that I then play through my TV. So this is just a little tip from me to you. If you want to download any presentations from your iPad and upload them to play through a television, I have it even on my iPhone. You plug that into your iPhone and that goes to an HDMI cable and you can literally play anything onto your TV. And I've just found that to be a lifesaver because there have been many times where I've had people around for a demo or something and I've had to go, you know what, my child might explode or something bad might happen. If that happens, I'm just going to let the video play and you can help yourself to the products and I'll be back to answer any questions. And you know what? It also helps me manage my energy because when you've got one person talking over and over and over again, people can start to just be like, okay, enough. Whereas if you divert it and if you're running it on your own and you can put a video on, you can then go get a drink, check the room, tidy up, and then come back fresh and strong. So that's what my little tip there. Susanna, would you like to just share the product from the product side? We've only got a couple of moments, but how you are sharing one-on-one the product when people say no to the business. So last week we did the napkin presentation for a business overview. Can you share how you would do a one-on-one just very quickly for product?
Well, very quickly, knowing that we're going for products, what is interesting is what is going to interest me is to know exactly what the person needs products-wise. So the first thing I go there and already we talk and with other presentation on the phone and we talk and we buy them. I give them a beautiful questionnaire. I follow this one because it has mainly things so I get to know a bit more about their skin or most of it gives me like the idea of if they want something for the outside or if they're more interested about being tired and they don't really care much about the makeup. So as an example, when that happens, if I know they're really after something that is more from the inside to see how they feel, more how they look at the beginning, I'll get the generic COVID scanner, which I already know, and I will get them the scanner one, which it gives me the main ones. And that's how I know exactly where I'm going to go. If I know they're going to go for a skincare or they want to know a bit of everything, which has happened, tell me a bit about everything. At the beginning, I used to spend hours. I did crazy things and going to places and spend 3 hours and let them drink and have a party and get drunk and go home with nothing. Lesson learned, I decided, knowing where they're going to go, now I'll sit with them individually or in groups, and I made sure they gave me, and I asked the questions and I asked what are their concerns, even though they write them down, and I let them talk. Once they told me the concerns, I can go pass a couple of charts. So at the same time, I'm talking about those concerns because it could be wrinkles. Obviously, I'm going to talk about age lock, which I'm very passionate about it as well. But if it's, the concern is a couple of spots and, they're very young people and it depends on ages as well, then obviously I'm not going to get the charge with age lock. I'm going to talk about it business also. So I guess it all depends on what the customer really wants. I made the mistake at the beginning many times. I wanted to talk about everything because I was so passionate that our products work, and I spent, as I said, a couple of hours easily just talking, and I never had the time to really find out what their needs were. So yeah, listening will be very important. The charts are very
useful. Bring this because you might not have the time. Also, what I do if it's skin related, I always carry with me the demo kit of what Sam said, the pH. I take the apricots with the monster meats, which is brilliant. And if I even have the time, I get the makeup. If they are more interested in the side of vitamins, I get the all the health side of it. I love the test with the antioxidants. I think is super powerful. That got me to this business.
Brilliant.
It got me to this because I've never seen anything like that.
Well done, Susie.
So yeah, I would just make sure that then obviously you have to close those sales. Nothing is going to be Veronica who's going to talk about it, how we can do that. Mm-hmm. Still, I would recommend one-on-ones are hard. I do a lot of one-on-ones because I work from home. I've got a small kid, so I don't get to go to a lot of events and be part of it. But I believe the events is more, like Sam said or whatever will be, they're a bit easier. You get a big group of people and you get to talk to more people, so you don't spend so much time. But if the only case like me is doing one-on-ones, it has worked so far. So
yeah, one thing I'll share with you, everyone. I'm doing more one-on-ones via distance, and I'm actually sending people direct to an online questionnaire, which you can set up for free through SurveyMonkey, and you can get them to fill that out so that by the time you do get on the phone, your time and on video call, your time is spent actually answering their concerns, not filling it out. That's just for someone who's very, very time poor. Also, we've been speaking with the leadership team about our biggest sale, and we all know this, is our ADRs. So ADRs are where most of the money comes from, and if we're not mentioning that in a positive way during the presentation, we're not really doing our best to change their lives or help them. So we're going to be challenging everyone to insert either the ADR video that I made, which is a resource, or something that feels comfortable with you sharing, that once they're on the ADR program, and it might just be a question of, are you looking for the best way to get these products at the best prices? How would it feel if most of these products were around half the retail price? Would that sound pretty good? Great, I'm going to explain to you our automatic delivery rewards program. And there is a little bit about the ADR here on the back, and you can talk about how we then upgrade them to preferred customers. But yes, so I'm going to be putting that on the running sheet. Highly encourage you to make use of that and report back how you're finding that, because our goal is to increase your ADRs and the uptake of that. Now, Veronica, please take it away. I'm really excited to hear what you've got. I've had some technical issues, so I can't put up your beautiful slides, but I will upload them to the group after. So take it away.
Okay, so I was relying on being able to see my slides to talk people through them.
I've got the other ones. I've got the basic ones.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
No, don't do the basic ones. I think they're pretty dreadful. Let me. God.
Do you want
I'm not sure how I get out of this and into the PowerPoint.
Okay. Just take a moment. I will keep talking. You find your PowerPoint. We don't even have to see.
Okay, so I'll just start talking about. Okay. So we're talking about. My brief is to do overcoming objections. I'm just going to see if I can open this one here. Might be able to. So basically, one of the most useful things I was told about objections was that objections are great. To ask lots more questions to see what the person's experience has been, or what their I can't download that. What's behind their objections. So often it's that they are needing reassurance, or the other thing, as I said, it's a plea for more information. So I think one of the really nice things about our business is that the objections are so predictable. You're always going to, the ones that you're going to get are the time objection. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't know enough people. I don't like MLM. Is that one of those pyramid things? So it's so easy to predict what we're going to get that it's also really, really easy to be able to develop, your own little way of dealing with those. So, yay, thanks, Catherine.
These aren't all of them, but there's some of them.
Okay. Well, we'll do what we can with these ones.
Okay.
So this is a great slide. So, I don't have the money. Basically what they're saying is, convince me that I can make my money back. Show me how that's going to work. I don't have the time. Show me how I can do this in my schedule. I don't like MLM. Tell me how this is different to what I think it is or what I've heard it is. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like sales. Please, tell me, can I really do this? So I don't have the money. I think, can we move to the next slide? There's a really good way. Okay, so this one here, I don't have the next one. Okay. I love this little sentence at the beginning. If I understand you correctly, you get what's going on here and would love to do it, but you need to know you could actually find a way to do it in your already busy schedule. Is that about right? So this will be appropriate, at some times. Other times, if they're really vehemently, sort of negative or anti, then you're going to say, tell me a bit about that. There's obviously a story here. Tell me what you found. Tell me what your experience was. But don't feel threatened by any of them, because we know what we've got and we know it's so amazing. And they just don't know that yet. So it really is an opportunity for us to establish more rapport, to develop our connection with them, and to really listen to their story, to listen to what their fears are, to listen to what they think they know. So this first bit there, if I understand you correctly, you really get what's going on here and would love to do it, but, and then you can do that with any of those objections. And then probably all of you have heard the feel, felt, found way of dealing with the objection. I know how you feel. I felt exactly the same way. For example, with MLM, God, I know how you feel. I'd done Amway before. I felt exactly the same way. I was never going to do it again. But what I found was this is just totally different. There was like nothing in common. And so what I'd suggest is that, please do what I do, what I did, and have a bit more of a look, or let me show you how it's different. And if I show you that this wasn't what you thought it was, or if I could show you that you were going to get a lot of help, or if I could show you how to get your money back in the first month or two, then how would you feel about getting started? Yeah, so the feel, felt, found, tell a story, whether it's your story or whether it's a story about somebody else. If it's a young mum and they don't know how on earth they're going to do this business around the kids, then, hey, I know this girl, Catherine Woods Johnson, she's amazing, but she's so busy. And she somehow manages to lead a team as well as, build a business and do all these incredible things, because you can do this business in 5-minute slots. You can do this business in a really time-efficient way. I wouldn't tell them how I do it because it's not very time efficient, but so using a story and actually address their concerns, and compliment them for, of course they're busy, but if they want something to be different, remind them of their dreams. So it's all the time. Also, if you've had that conversation and you found out, what is their why, what do they want, then, if I could show you how to get towards where you could take your family on holiday every year, or if I could show you this, would it be worth finding out a little bit more about how to fit this into your schedule, how to do this? Do you want to load me a different slide?
Yeah, totally. But that's
this one
really, I love it that she uses the same format over and over.
So, just remembering that, so I'm not a good salesperson. We know, and then I think that when you tell people, look, we're totally not looking for salespeople. We're looking for people who, just like you and me, who are just normal people who love the products and who love to share them with their friends. And so I love that Big Al thing where he says, whatever you do, don't do anything different to what you're doing already. When you go to a good movie, what do you tell your friends? Do you tell your friends? When you read a good book, do you tell your friends? Of course you do. That's all that we do here. So you're reassuring them. People are looking for reassurance. They want to know that they can do it. They want to know that you're going to help them. They want to know that this works. And so as long as you can reassure them with those things, it's all about the strength of your connection with them, and also the strength of your belief, because if they can see that you totally believe in this and you know what they're doing, and they have that belief that you're going to be able to take them from where they are to where they want to be, then it's a no-brainer to join your team. And then it's just a matter of working out what the pack is that they actually want. So this one here, I don't have the money. If I understand you correctly, again, you get what's going on here. You'd love to do it, but you're not sure you've got the money to invest. Is that right? Now, there's this was a line which I used. I know when I started, it was being able to put it on a credit card. Or I know several people who joined the business who actually put it on a card and were able to pay it off within the same month. So I don't have a problem with suggesting, if people are short but they really want to do it, then I show them how they can make their money back. So if I can show you how to to pay the card off within the month or within the first few months, would that make you feel more comfortable? I'm not one to encourage people to run up debt, but I think that there's good debt and bad debt. And with this, if they're the right sort of person, you're going to be working with them, then got lots of confidence that we can help them with that. So, and then it's setting down, getting the list, setting up some meetings, and making phone calls so that they've got that confidence to do it.
Brilliant.
So
I'll just scroll down.
Okay, I don't like network marketing.
We'll go
to
the close, if that's okay.
The MLM ones, yeah, okay. So closing, you've totally got to ask. Basically, you're closing all the way through the presentation. And as Big Al says, they've decided within the first few minutes of a presentation if they're going to buy or not. So, yes, there are things that you need to do towards the end, but you're also asking questions right through the presentation. Could you see yourself using this? Oh, my God, how many people do you know who are going to want this? amazing are these results? How many people do you know who are looking for these, you know, to be able to make an additional income? So that whole thing of closing is, again, about asking questions right through it. But also, you know, they are waiting for you to ask them what they want. How do they want to get started? So whether you're talking about the business or the product, you know, so where do you see yourself, or what's the next best step for you? What would you like to get started with? Or if you show them the spare time, part-time, full-time income things that Sam was talking about, where do you see yourself fitting in? And then, and especially, you know, with that, what I'd suggest is, you know, this is the best pack to get started with. This is what I got started with. It's got everything in that you need. But if you know that that's not going to suit their budget, then look, this is the way that you want to build the business. If you're wanting to do stuff on social media, or let's get you started with some skincare for you, plus a selection of products that you're going to be able to post about straight away. So you're all the time tailoring it to them, but guiding them, because they don't know. And then, you know, yes, taking them back to their why all the time. Can you see how this can help you get the holidays that you want? Can you see how this can help you get your husband back from the mines? Can you see how this can help you get rid of that horrible wrinkle in the middle of your forehead that you hate? Whatever it is, whether it's the business or the product. So, but taking it back to making it relevant all the time. And then, yeah, right at the end, you know, you're basically, that's the asking them for the sale. So they've got this stat here that most sales that close after the 5th time. I think, you know, it depends. Some people will, if you're doing a product presentation, some people will buy it right, some people will want to think about it. It's the funny noise. But remembering always to make time for the next contact. Is that me?
No, I don't know who it is. Trying to mute.
Okay. Maybe Wendy. Is Wendy, do you want to mute your line?
There we go. I just muted her.
So, and don't forget three-way calls. Three-way calls are great for closing, or to helping establish credibility, helping to get for somebody to get clarity when you're introducing somebody else in there. There's this interest level close, which I know I've used a couple of times. Whenever I've used it, it's been really, really effective. So don't be scared to use it, you know. So in terms, you know, so if you could judge your interest from, you know, on a level of 1 to 10, where would you see yourself, with 1 being no interest at all and 10 you're ready to get started straight away? Okay, I'm a 6. So what do we need to do to help you get to a 9 or a 10? They might want to see some more product. They might want to come to a business opportunity. You could suggest things to them if they, you know, they don't really know. But often they'll have questions or things that they know are holding. Well, I'm not sure I can do this. Well, let me get you on the phone to, you know, to Phoebe. She's got the same background as you, and she's doing the business. You have a chat with her, or let me get you on the phone to so-and-so. So someone with a similar background, somebody else who's the same sort of age, whatever it's going to be, that three-way call will be really good to move them up to where they can actually make a decision. So if they don't want to do anything, then let's keep the doors open. Let's ask their permission to keep in touch. So, you know, gosh, Nu Skin's going through huge growth at the moment in Australia. It's going, you know, if it keeps going like this, is it okay if I follow up with you again in a few months' time to see if the timing's better for you then? They've got to, you know, creates also that urgency, but also that fear of loss, which you want. That's often a greater driver than a more positive motivation. So just, you know, make sure that you do keep the door open and get permission to just, can I touch base with you in another, you know, month, 2 months, when would be a good time? Get their permission. And then it's easy to do those follow-up calls. Hey, when we spoke last, you said that, you know, we said that it'll be good to hear from me in a couple of months. So let me tell you what's happening. Let me see what's happening in your life. Have things changed? So keeping the door open, and we're just about done there.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not sure what was on
totally are.
these slides.
And then, so I think, Veronica, you've done so well. You found these slides, which they look ancient. Look at I don't know, it looks like they were made in the 70s.
I'm sorry that we've got the old ones up there.
But the information was so good. So
yeah.
Thank you very much. And yeah, closing, it is a skill, and it's something that we tend to forget. I think that when new people start, they get really wrapped up in, I need to know all the product ingredients and I need to know all the details. But really, you need to know that these products can help people and believe in them. And then you need to know how to help them make a decision, because remember, our mission is to empower people to improve their lives. And the only way they can do that is if they take some of these products home with them and use them. And that is the art of closing them. So it's not about feeling bad. It's about being comfortable, whatever they decide, but being really uncomfortable that you've got something that works, and they know about it, but not helping them make the right decision for them, because people are so busy. It's easy for them to not make a decision sometimes. Yeah. So honor your friend, honor that person that you're doing the presentation with. Honor them enough to make them feel a little bit uncomfortable and make a decision, because sometimes it's uncomfortable to make a decision. Do they want something or not? At the end, once they've got that decision, then you can help them. So
I think the main thing is we've got to remember we're the consultant. We know how good this is. We know what's going to suit them and how to best get them started. And so we've got to be very confident and keep that posture, because that's the deciding thing. If they smell fear or indecision on our behalf, they're going to run a mile. And so the biggest thing is feeling really, really confident. And if you haven't got that confidence, then work with your business partner or get them on the phone with you, or have them, just do some more presentations together until you do feel confidence with how you're going to take people through.
And as we were saying during the planning of this call, it's about having that clear visualization and spending time visualizing getting that shot in. It's interesting that this comes to a quote from Michael Jordan, but did you know that they did a study on high school students that were given homework to shoot basketball hoops? Those that were given real practice during the week, those that were actually just given practice once and told to visualize doing it every day, and those that were just left without any practice. Those that visualized it correctly going in actually improved exactly on the same arc as those that did it physically. So even if you don't have a presentation today, go through your head and visualize it, and visualize closing it. What are you going to do? What are the things that will give you the confidence to do it? And for me, I know it's writing it down. Until I've written things down, I'm not really clear on it. So do whatever it takes for you to have that clarity, and know that we're around you if you need to sound it out to the team. I know that, for example, my husband doesn't want to hear about it. He loves using the products, but if I use him as a sounding board, he's just like, he goes, "This sounds boring. Stop boring people." So don't use your loved ones for sounding boards. Use the team, because we're here to support you. Now, this brings us to the end of our call. I'm so happy and grateful to be on this journey with you. We really are, our value, as you know, is action orientation. So imperfect action is 1,000,000 times better than perfect procrastination. Thus, you had tonight's business call, and you also had our presentation tonight. So it's our gift from you, and it's an example that it doesn't matter if things are not going perfectly. Keep pushing through, because the process and what you become along the way, and also the people that you attract along the way, will be with you for life. So we're all about moving forward with limited understanding, but knowing that the understanding will come. So change is always, you get this idea at the beginning, it sounds glorious. In the middle, it's messy, but it is beautiful in the end. So keep on running. Our challenge to you this week is to set an event in your calendar. So wherever you are, actually take the plunge. If you've been thinking about it and not doing it, take the plunge and set yourself an event. Give yourself a bit of time to prepare, get yourself set up. Use us as a resource, in the group. I'll encourage our leadership team to post little tips of what we use, and I'll show you, things that I use during my presentations. But let's book this, and love to see your invitations and make it the best possible. And if you're already doing events, what can you do to make it that little bit better, a little bit more effective? Okay, so thank you. Let's just do the big screen. I'll stop sharing this and let's say hi to everyone. If you want to come off mute and
unmute, yep.